Hi, welcome to today's 10 Minutes Hemp CEO podcast. Today, I have Vini Viatoro. Vini is the founder and partner and CEO of Global Hemp Solutions. His expertise is in post-processing, having designed several extraction systems for companies in the US, Europe, and Asia that range from CO2 or ethanol extraction, including molecular distillation or fractional, and include the most advanced techniques in chromatography. Vini has the experience and skills and ability to analyze and identify what actions are required in various business situations to get matters back on track and moving forward. Vini, welcome to today's podcast. Thanks for joining me as a guest.
Thank you very much, Jon, for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Great. I am just going to jump in and just start asking you our questions from our list. What does your company do better than other competitors?
Well, we have several things that we are a lot better than other competitors. To begin with, the first one is we offer a complete solution from seed all the way to finished products. So we provide all types of equipment for every single step of the process. We're talking about the planters, transplanters, shredders, equipment that helps you for people that are planting and trying to harvest the equipment from the seeds. And of course, we can help on installations and everything else, even to make your facility GMP. The second one is we do not hire salespersons. We don't believe in salespersons because they are only after the commission. And we believe that if we do it ourselves, we will give the clients exactly what they need. The third one is that we are maybe the only company that offer services all over the world when it comes to hemp. And the other one will be that we help our clients decide which options are the best one. And this is the most important one. Some of the clients only have CO2 and the other ones only have ethanol. So the people that have CO2, they always say CO2 is the best. The people that have ethanol, they always say ethanol is the best.
I've heard both. Yeah.
We have both options. And the question is not always which one is better. The option is, what do you want to do? So we offer both options.
So I'm going to just veer off the list a little bit, but how did you find this and how did you become an expert on it? I mean, are you representing a specific piece of equipment from wherever it's made, or how did you get into this?
Okay, so I like to call myself a numbers guy. I'm an engineer. I have a business degree, a master's degree, and I have another master's degree in operations research. Basically, it's econometrical models, statistics to the fullest. My mind works in numbers. So what I did is I tried to find the best equipment for our facility. I went all over the US. You name every single company that you imagine that you have interviewed. I've been there, I visited their facilities, and none of them maybe thought that the capacity to build industrial size equipments were necessary. And my mind works in numbers. So I saw 6,000 acres, 18,000 acres, 25,000 acres. I knew the trend will be like we are right now, 511,000 acres. So I went all over the world and I found companies that are building industrial size equipment, and I tweaked it because I have the experience being an instructor, I have the experience being an engineer, and I know hemp, so it was very easy to adapt the systems to move large volumes. The biggest system that we have processes 55,000 pounds per day of hemp.
Wow. I did a little research. Is Folium Bioscience is one of your customers?
I'm not allowed to say because
okay, thanks for smiling on that one.
And the other thing that we have is with fiber. With fiber, we have the biggest equipment that we process 7 tons of biomass every single hour for fiber.
Wow, for fiber. And this is used for hempcrete to paper to whatever it's needed.
Everything that you can do with plastic paper, we will do it with fiber. And
I'd like to talk to you about who's doing it for plastic, because I got to tell you, there's over 9 billion plastic bottles made every day, and a lot of them find their way into the ocean. I think a hemp is a good replacement for that.
Yes, we are already working with 2 clients in Europe, 1 in Asia, and now we're working with a client here in the US. Hopefully we will be the first big plant. We already have clients doing fiber, but not at this size. So hopefully he will be the first one here in the US to have the 7 tons per hour processing fiber for hemp.
So, what you said, you don't believe in employees, but what goal do you have for this company? I mean, what do you see in the next 10 years doing that?
Well, I believe in employees, of course, but not salesperson. The issue is we need to find the right people just to give them all the information to the clients without thinking about the commission. And the salesperson, the only thing they think about it is how much money I'm going to make. And maybe we're going to be training people. We are doing it as of right now, but every time we're going, I'm going tomorrow to Europe with another client. And the person that is going to be the business development manager for us in Europe is going with us. This is not their first meeting, but I will not let them talk. I just want them to learn until I'm pretty sure they know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to help my clients being successful. That's our goal.
So what do you do as far as defining a client, potential client? I mean, you can look in the register, local, state, they have to apply for applications. You say, hey, these guys are going to grow 1,000 acres and they need to do something with it. So let's go help them out.
We don't go out there looking for clients. The clients are coming to us based on
clients are coming to you. Awesome.
Yes. Because if you look at, for instance, chromatography, the only company in the world right now able to offer simulated moving bed with supercritical chromatography is us. So no one else in the world is able to do it. So when someone is trying to do large scale chromatography, as soon as they do research, they realize we need to go with Global Hemp Solutions, and Vini is the guy that knows everything.
Vini is the guy. So why now? I mean, do you see this industry $25 billion in 5 years or $100 billion? I mean, we've had a lot of conversations with some companies about estimations, and they say it's like going to be $100 billion in about 5 to 10 years.
It's going to be a lot bigger than you can imagine. And the issue is this: there's too many people out there, what I call the joker brokers, or the pretenders, the wannabes, that they have no idea what they're doing. But I'm telling you, there are companies out there processing 125,000 pounds of hemp every single day for oil as of right now. So if you multiply that very easy into oil, people don't know that the billions are already here. It's not in the future. Already we are doing transactions, not us, but I've seen companies making several $1 million transactions every single day. You'll be surprised when the big companies are going to come out and say, where did you get it? And you'll see.
Yeah, where do they get it? I have some contacts in Canada that have already said expressed interest. That would be Mercedes-Benz and BMW for their interiors.
Yes, we already contact every single automotive industry that you imagine or you like. We contact them regarding fiber. And the answer that we got from them was, we will buy as much fiber as you can produce from now on. Everything that you produce, we'll buy it. Those guys are ready.
Oh, that's great. So you talked a little bit earlier about too many pretenders, the super brokers on the LinkedIn, and then, there's the layers and layers and layers, and is that a real buyer? What other challenges are you experiencing?
Too many scammers.
Too many scammers, okay.
Too many scammers. And the other issue is we try to go not to too many conventions, because it's about just making money. Conventions are every single day, every single week, and every single state, because people are just inviting people to be a speaker, and they have no clue. I'm going
to ask you one more question. What is your why that makes you cry? Why are you doing this?
Oh my God. Well, the first thing is the farmers are suffering because there was too many people, so-called experts, and they grow something that it was not the potency that it was required. We saw that in Montana in 2017. It was sad. I cry for the labs that they bought equipment, thinking that they will be getting great equipment, and the equipment is not even giving them 10 or 15% of what they thought. That's really sad. I cry because there's a bunch of investors that they lost money because they put money into people that they were pretending to be experts, and they lost all their money. And what is really sad is I cry because I've seen too many people with great ideas, but they haven't access to the right investors to put their ideas into action. And it's sad that it's too many things, too many good opportunities that we are losing because we are not being able to connect them properly.
Right. And I think that's going to happen. Vini, I want to appreciate you for joining the podcast today. This is Vini Vietoro.